Welcome back to the channel. Monica Louv here at the Love Messages. So today we are going to be doing a reading for you for mid-April. Now this reading is going to be general, so it's going to resonate with you or it's not going to resonate with you. If it does resonate with you and you want the extended to this reading, the link for that will be in the description box below. Leo, I'm going to be pulling some cards for you and I'm going to be clarifying them to see what is happening for you at this time. We're going to be taking a look at past, present, and future for you, your challenge, and of course, what's happening behind the scenes and what you don't see coming. So let's hop right into your reading, Leo, and let's see what is going on for you. Okay, so your challenge for April is the King of Wands. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Knight of Swords upright, okay? So Leo, for you, your biggest challenge here is the King of Wands. Now, the King of Wands, right now, what I really feel is this is you. This is you. The King of Wands is you. So your biggest challenge is either you're dealing with someone who has a fire energy similar to yours, maybe an Aries or a Sagittarius or another Leo, or this could be simply you standing in your own way, which is a big challenge, possibly. We're going to find out when we clarify for you in a moment. Now, in the recent past, Leo, you have the Death, you have the Nine of Cups, and you have the Six of Cups. So in the recent past, I do strongly feel with the Death energy, there's something here that changed or ended or transformed for you in your life in the past. And you really wanted this situation to come to an end in the past. It's something connected to your past life, past experience, maybe something that happened in the past, maybe something from childhood. But there's something that you've been holding on to from your past for quite some time. And it's almost as if in the past you started to separate yourself from the situation. And the reason why you may have separated yourself from the situation is because you wanted to feel satisfied and happy in the past. And because you didn't feel satisfied and happy in the past, you may have said to yourself, you know what, this situation needs to come to an end. It's not satisfying me anymore. It's not fulfilling me anymore. So you know what, we're just going to close it out and I'm going to move forward. And I feel like this is what happened in the past. We're going to get more information when we clarify in a moment. Now, in the present moment, you have the Five of Cups, you have the Devil, and you have the King of Cups. So in the present moment, there is something here that has really disappointed you. Okay, there's a huge, huge feeling of disappointment. I do feel like there's more than one person involved in this situation. A situation that you're involved in, Leo, has been extremely toxic. It's been extremely toxic for you. I do feel like this is connected to your love life. I do feel like this is connected to your emotions. Even if it's not your love life, it has some connection to your emotional body, your emotional energy here. Okay. Now, the good thing here for you with the Five of Cups is there's something better that you don't see coming into your life. And one of the things that I really resonate is, there's a saying when it comes to manifestation, you always need time between the things that you're manifesting and the place that you're at right now. So a lot of you are in a place that you don't want to be. You don't want to be in this place of sadness, of disappointment. But you see that there's an issue in the present moment, and that's good, right? At least you see that there's something that needs to change. And as a result of that, Spirit and the universe is coming together to make that happen for you. Okay. So it's a process. There's something here changing in the present moment. We'll talk about that in a moment. Now, in the near future, you have the Six of Cups, you have the Page of Cups, and you have the Ten of Wands. So in the near future, there's something that's very confusing. You're trying to get clear on something here. Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I focus on this? Should I focus on that? And although this situation in the near future presents some sort of confusion and uncertainty, the good news here is that you will make a choice. Okay. Out of all the choices that you have, there's going to be one choice that you say to yourself, yes, this is for me. This is what I need. This is what I want. And in the near future, something that's been so difficult for you, Leo, is finally going to come to an end. I know it's been really difficult. All these wands represent the challenges that you faced over the past few weeks, over the past few days, few months, even few years for some of you. So something is going to be clear in terms of the steps and direction that you need to take. I feel like you're choosing one of these options, and we're going to talk more about that option when we get to this portion of your reading. Now, let's talk about what is happening, what you don't see coming, and then we'll talk about what's happening behind the scenes. So what you don't see coming is the Knight of Swords, you have the Three of Cups, and you have the Nine of Swords with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So something isn't working anymore. It's causing you a lot of stress. There's something in your life that just hasn't functioned for a very long time, and you keep believing, oh, it's going to get better. It's going to be fine. You know, I'm going to be happy again. I'm going to celebrate with my friends. I'm going to celebrate with my people. But something here has been causing you a lot of stress, a lot of worry. And what you don't see coming is the fact that you will take action to deal with the situation. You're no longer going to take a passive role. You are going to take action because you feel very strongly that that's what you need to do in order to resolve the situation. So this is what I see for you for now. Let's hop right into your reading. We're going to clarify all the cards and we're going to see what's going on for you. Okay, Leo. So what is your challenge for the month of April? Okay, your challenge is the the King of Wands. And what is actually happening behind the scenes for you right now is the Ten of Wands. 10 of Wands, underneath that, you have the Seven of Swords and you have the Devil. There's something in your life that is just, it's like one problem after the other, after the other, after the other. This keeps happening, right? The good news here for you, Leo, is it's coming to an end. The fact that people haven't been honest, the fact that people have been taking advantage, the fact that there's been a lot of toxic energy around you. Some of you have been in a relationship, it's been super toxic. You've been maybe dealing with certain people that just aren't honest. They're not fair. Now, we just had a full moon in Libra, which is all about fairness and balance. And there's something that is happening in your life where you may be saying, you know what, enough is enough. I'm not doing this anymore. All the signs and signals are there that something needs to change. And that's what's taking place at this time for you. We have the King of Wands, which is your challenge. Your challenge is clarified by the Queen of Wands. You have the Temperance and you have the Ace of Pentacles. So your biggest challenge here has a lot to do with being patient with yourself, being patient in a relationship, being patient when you're dealing with people, just being patient in general. And that may be very difficult for you because some of you are watching this and you're saying, no, my patience has really worn thin. I don't even have any more patience after all the things that I've gone through. But the good news is that there is a silver lining, okay, when it comes to your situation, and there is an opportunity that is going to show up in your life. And this opportunity is going to come out of nowhere. It's literally going to come out of nowhere, and it's going to happen after a long time has passed. Some of you have been waiting long enough, and you keep waiting and waiting. But like I said, this opportunity is going to come out of the blue. You're not even going to know that it's showing up. You're not even going to see it, but it will show up when you're just about to give up. When you're just about to give up on everything, this opportunity shows up and you're like, what? I wasn't expecting this. So that's going to be your biggest challenge. Your biggest challenge is to be patient in the situation. And one of the things that I've learned when it comes to being patient is not to be negative in the time of being patient, in the time of waiting, because what happens is when we want something and it doesn't come in right away when we want it, we tend to get very amped up. We get very emotional, we get overwhelmed, and we start to think negatively, right? It's like, what if it doesn't happen? What if this doesn't happen? What if that? So you really have to be calm in the situation and always constantly tell yourself, good things are happening for me. Money's coming in for me. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to stress about it. Opportunities just find me. I don't have to chase them. So this is the mindset that is going to be needed when it comes to your challenge. Patience, commitment, and waiting for that opportunity to come in, because it will come in for you. Okay, it's just a matter of time. And I feel like this opportunity is coming in at the end of April. Okay, end of April, you're going to start seeing, end of April, early May, you're going to start seeing some sort of opportunity. Now we're still in Aries, so the universe is conspiring for you. It's bringing everything together the way it needs to in order to present it to you at the right time. This is going to be a big part of your challenge. Now, let's talk about the recent past. Let's talk about the death, because there was something that started here and then it ended. The death is representing a transformation or change. You have the death here twice in the recent past. So something here was done. It's like, this is done. I'm done. I'm out. I'm not doing this anymore. And it could have had a lot to do with your love or your finances. I think intuitively you knew that the situation was over before it actually ended. And again, this has a lot to do with your love life, your financial situation, something that maybe was very abundant or very emotionally fulfilling for you no longer was emotionally fulfilling for you. Now you have the 9 of Cups here as well, which is clarified by the Star, the Death, and the 3 of Pentacles. So in the recent past, I do strongly feel that you may have put an end to a relationship connected to your work. Okay, maybe you were working or collaborating with someone and it just wasn't functioning anymore. I also feel like you had this deep desire here in the past, Leo, to fulfill something connected to your future. So you had a vision, you had this emotional drive to do something or accomplish something connected to your future. And as a result of that, you needed to end one thing in order to focus on fulfilling that vision that you had for the future in the past. There was a conflict here connected to your past in a relationship, maybe the way that you were doing things or how you were handling things. You just couldn't come to terms with something here. Maybe you didn't agree with certain things that you were doing and how other people were doing it. So something here needed to come to an end. As much as it may have felt great and amazing for you in the past, it just wasn't really consistent for you and it came to an end. Okay, so something here closed out or ended in the past. Now, in the present moment, you have the King of Cups. This could be somebody that you're dealing with, or it could be you. King of Cups is clarified by the 7 of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles, and the Hermit. In the present moment, you have really been contemplating, overthinking things, really reanalyzing and reviewing something in your life. You've been taking a lot of time on your own to focus on this. And I think one of the things that's really touching for you in the present moment is your freedom, your independence, your financial abundance, your ability to be financially abundant. And for many of you, your focus right now in the present moment is on you. Okay. There's a very strong emphasis here of self right now. Why? A lot of you may say, well, why is everybody so selfish now? Everybody is selfish now because we're in the month of Aries. Okay. Aries is all about self. Aries is all about me first. I'm the baby of the zodiac. So a lot of you are tired of something. I keep getting this energy of I'm tired of this. I'm tired of, the way the situation is, and I just want to have a new beginning. So the Devil is here as well, which is clarified by the 2 of Cups, the 8 of Cups, and the Judgment. So you're coming to a realization that something here doesn't fulfill you anymore. Okay. Something doesn't fulfill you. Maybe it is a relationship, or maybe it's the condition or the state of a relationship that you are in. And you want to feel more closer to your partner, or you want to feel closer to this thing that you enjoy and that you love. And this is why this may require you to completely have a new beginning. We have the 5 of Cups here, which is clarified by the 9 of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the 5 of Swords. So it's almost as if there's conflict here. There's disagreement. There's conflict. People are butting heads here. You have tried to make a situation in your life work over and over and over again. No matter how much you try to make the situation work, it just ends in disappointment. Okay. So I see you maybe possibly making a decision about restructuring your life or restructuring the way that you do things in order to have some sort of new beginning. Now, I also see here in the present moment something that you don't see, like I said, and this is it's showing me twice, so I have to say it again. There's an opportunity that's coming into your life, but you don't see it. You're very blind to this opportunity because you have so much stuff that you have to deal with in the present moment. And I see a lot. You're dealing with maybe a relationship here that's been not healthy for you. Maybe you're dealing with a situation that emotionally isn't fulfilling for you. Maybe you're doing everything on your own and it's just overwhelming for you. Maybe you have to deal with a third party and that's overwhelming for you. So there's a lot of this stuff that's taking up your time and your energy. And a lot of you are tired of trying to make something work. So as a result of that, I see you walking away. If you haven't already, a lot of you have already walked away from the situation, or you're in the process of walking away from the situation in order to improve your relationship. Okay. Some of you are in a relationship, even if you're not in a romantic relationship, there's somebody here that you care about and there's somebody that cares about you. But in order to foster that relationship and for it to get better, you may need to move away from a toxic situation, because this is what's influencing this relationship that you're in. And if you're single, this has a lot to do with who you deal with, how you deal with people. Maybe it's hard for you to deal with people because, again, you're in a toxic environment. And if you're in a toxic environment and you're not listening to your inner voice, listening to that call of judgment to walk away or disconnect, this is why this situation keeps happening. Okay. It's a negative situation, but there's bigger and better opportunities that are showing up for you if you make yourself available to them. You need to make yourself available to these opportunities. Otherwise they're not going to show up for you. Okay. And this is a big message for you in the present moment. Now let's talk about the near future. Now in the near future, you have the 7 of Cups, which is clarified by the 6 of Pentacles, the Justice, and the 2 of Pentacles. I feel like you're going to get justice. You're going to get the justice that you deserve. Like I said, we just had the full moon in Libra. The full moon is going to change a lot of things for us. Even though it's a minor aspect in astrology, there is still some significance to it, especially if you have Libra anywhere in your chart. So you're going to be making a decision. Okay. The 2 of Pentacles is about a choice or a decision that we may need to make. And it has a lot to do with how much you're willing to give to a situation. There's a situation in your life. It's been very distracting, very confusing, and you may need to determine where your energy is best suited. Some of you are giving way too much to a situation that doesn't even deserve your energy and time. And if that's the case, it may be important for you to reevaluate and make a decision about where you are putting that energy. Now, you also have the Page of Cups. I feel with the Page of Cups, you're going to make an important decision in the near future out of this crazy confusing situation that happens in the near future for you. I feel like you are going to make a choice. And the choice that you're making has a lot to do with what is good for you. You want to get back to this place of being comfortable, confident within yourself. You want everything running smoothly in your life, and it will, because you're moving slowly towards closing something out. Okay. So in the near future, as you slowly are closing the situation out, you know, a lot of you, this has a lot to do with your possessions, your money, your resources. This is about you finally closing things out. I feel like in the month of May, even though this is an April read, May is going to be a big month for you because you're going to find the inner strength to overcome this situation that's been very, very confusing. It's been very inconsistent. It's been very emotionally overwhelming for you. Now, one of the things that I want to tell you, which is super important for you, Leo, is do not, okay, I repeat, do not be hard on yourself in the near future, because there's something big here that you're closing out. And you have no other choice but to close the situation out because it's not stable for you anymore. It's not stable. It's bringing a lot of confusion, a lot of uncertainty to your life. But even though you're moving towards the situation slowly, do not discredit your movement. Don't feel like because you're moving so slowly, like nothing is getting done. Things are getting done. It will take time, but you need to be patient with yourself, and you need to remain having the confidence within yourself to believe that you're able to start a brand new cycle successfully, because there is a new cycle that's coming in for you. Your birthday's in August, and between May and August, you're going to be working on having that rebirth and having the stability and success that you've been looking for. So like I said, behind the scenes, something is closing out for you. It's the same here. You have the 10 of Wands twice here. So something significant is closing out for you. And it has a lot to do with the fact that you feel very strongly like you haven't been treated fairly in the situation. You're going to get extremely clear on what you need to do in the near future, and you are going to be taking action. Okay. This is what I'm seeing for you. So let's get some advice. What is the advice for Leo? Okay. Eight of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, and the World. And look at that, the Sun at the bottom of the deck. So abundance, light, and positivity is coming into your life. Even though you're going through this, you are going to overcome it. Your biggest piece of advice, Leo, is the Eight of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, and the World. So Leo, your biggest piece of advice here is to recognize in your life what isn't satisfying you anymore. Okay, it's almost like doing a cleaning of house. And this is something that we always recommend, at least I do as an astrologist, is to look at the things that you own, look at your possessions, and look at the things that are really bogging you down. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, what has been holding you back from really feeling emotionally fulfilled, really feeling this feeling of desire, wanting to enjoy your life? What is holding you back? Your biggest piece of advice here is to reevaluate your situation from a personal level. Because if something isn't making you happy anymore, why do you keep pouring your energy into it? Why do you keep being there? Why do you keep forcing yourself to be involved in something that isn't for you? What you're going to realize very soon is something that doesn't satisfy you anymore, that you've been overthinking, is finally going to come to an end. And when it does come to an end, it's going to allow you the freedom that you need to actually get closer to what you love and what you enjoy. It's very difficult for you to get closer to the things that you love and you enjoy if you don't take the necessary actions to get closer to them. So your biggest piece of advice here is recognize what doesn't satisfy you, recognize what is closing out in your life, and then reevaluate. Look at your resources and ask yourself, how can I invest into a situation that A, is going to give me the emotional satisfaction that I deserve, and B, how am I going to be able to have a new cycle that's actually going to bring me fulfillment and happiness into my life? This is going to be a very big part of the new phase that's coming in for you, okay? So Leo, this is what I have for you. I hope this reading helped. Thank you so much for tuning into this, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.